All right, good morning, everybody. For those of you that saw, I had to go give them some water real quick. I noticed, even after checking it this morning, they had plenty when I checked it this morning. Um, but I noticed as soon as I pulled the camera up that they were standing on it trying to get it. They basically threw straw in what was left. So I had to go take care of that real quick. But now their chickens are happy, and we're into no man's land. Or no one's land, sorry. Uh, so I got this all plowed. The whole field was done. And then saved the game, got out of it. Next time I went to get in, the game wouldn't load properly, so I had to go to a backup save. Well, in the backup save, it wasn't done yet. So here I am back plowing the field again. Which also means we were really close to having um, some of the product ready to move. Actually, it might still be because I left it run a little bit too. So let's go repair. Sugar beet looks like we checked this. Yeah, we have one pallet. It's at the logistics center. So we have one pallet that's ready to go to the sugar plant or the sugar mill. Yeah, I gotta do this and fix how I'm plowing here. So we're moving right along. It actually, I hate that I have to redo this part, but it works out okay because I dropped a building that the ground wasn't level on at first, and it really messed everything up. So I wish one of the things they would add to the game is an undo button, where if you put something down and you just don't like how it ended up, you can undo it. Because when you drop a building down, if it doesn't work how you like and you sell the building, the land that it messed up is still messed up. So I've got to go in and level out a whole lot of ground in order to get the some buildings put down where the ground is already nice and level for them. In other news, we do have some sprouts coming up in our plant room. We have several spinach plants, several pepper plants. Um, there is some thyme, and I believe one of the berry seeds is sprouted and is growing. I'm keeping an eye on that because it kind of it's growing out of the pot that I put it in, but it looks like it's not supposed to be there. So I'm keeping an eye on it to see if it how well it does. Hoping to get some good plants going because we got a lot coming up where we're going to need them. We're looking to do a really big garden this year. We're looking to do some plant sales this year. So, just moving right along with our expansion plans. We have already decided we are doing a huge expansion on the garden in the backyard, and going with the farm new yard plans where we have no grass and it's all garden. Last year we did a spot, but it was basically a can we do this, making things grow, and we did. It was very successful growth that we had last year. So now we're going to expand the garden and basically finish off taking the backyard grass out for all garden and chicken space. There is a couple of things that I want to do to get the chickens better so that they have grass growing in their run, because they have managed to pick up all of it last year. They had a spot in the main run that you see on the camera, and then they have an extra run. The main run, they had it picked clean in a couple days. The side run that we put in, it was for, we had to keep the chickens separated a little bit when we first got them all, because some of them are younger than the others. So that's how it started. Then finally, when they all integrated, we let them in there. They had that spot cleared out in, I'd say, a day, where they pulled all the grass out, got rid of it. So there's something I've seen that we can try to get something growing down there so that they're able to eat it without it I'm trying to say, without it getting back to dirt so quick. They'll be able to eat it, but it'll keep growing and allowing them to continue eating as the time goes on. I don't know how well it'll work, but we're going to try it to see. And we will most likely or I shouldn't say most likely, most definitely going to record a video to put up on the page, showing you guys the process and how things are going to go. Tonight, I am probably going to record an update video for the plantings, especially since the original plant video, I think it's too far gone at this point to try to save anything off of it. Because I tried to do it live, and then I had to set up for live. Live wasn't working, so I just tried to record off that same setup, and it didn't work that way either. It got the video but no audio. So I'm going to record just a short update video for everybody, and then probably get some more plants going, because it is that time of year where we need more going. Yeah, it all depends on a couple things. I had some stuff ordered on Amazon. It has gotten to the point of it was supposed to be here Saturday, then Saturday came and went, and it said, oh no, we had a mistake, it's supposed to be here Sunday, and now it doesn't know when it's going to be here. They've lost it. So I'm waiting to get that processed out so I can get more stuff ordered that I need for the growing season. We got garlic to plant in this weekend, so we'll get a video out of that going into the ground. We haven't decided if we're going to go in ground or in the container yet. Either way, you guys will see it on the channel. We also have onion that we're about to, or that we're going to get planted here soon. And we're waiting on carrot seeds, which are supposed to be here today, I believe. So everything's starting to come in, everything's starting to come together so that we can have a nice, decent garden this year. And we're gonna have you guys along for the ride. And hopefully everything works out. As I've said, I'm not going to try doing any more live planting right now. I have a lot of things to try to get set up again before I even try to do a live stream. Planting again so far, this is the Farming Simulator is the only live stream that seems to be working really well. And now I've integrated the chicken camera into that. So if those cameras work really well, I might just get a whole bunch more of those cameras to have pop up. I know I want at least a couple more of those outside, one for the others part of the actually it'd be two more for the chicken run and coop, so you can see them coming and going from the coop, and the extra side run. Biggest part with that would be figuring out how to get more wiring out there. As you can see, there's still quite a bit to get done, so it was a very disappointing when the load failed and I had to go back to a backup that this much of it was left on. And depending on how it turned out, I'm going to be uploading a video of our kitchen island build that I got done this weekend. We're working on that editing that right now. And then also working on editing our first cooking video from the new kitchen. Hoping to get those up in the next couple of days. Alright, there is a lot going on here right now. We have a plant bingo coming up Saturday. It's a fundraiser for the Southeast Iowa Resource Center. So there's a lot of prep work for that. And then in addition to, we still have kitchen work to get done. We have garden prep work to get done. So it's a busy time of year. I'll get to the end of this row, and then we'll go look at a few other things on the map before we call it for the day, because you guys probably don't want to see me plowing the rest of this up. I will be on tonight after everything else gets settled in for the night. I'll be out here getting this going. Getting the field done again so that we can move on to planting the field and everything else that we have to get done to expand this map. So we'll leave that right there for now. And I think I'm going to need to get a tanker truck for the digestate. Because it's getting quite a bit of that silage we're getting a whole lot of. Let's see if the cows need it yet. They don't need a whole lot yet. They are still quite full, but we'll get it into a silo that we can store up front for them, because I'm also going to start adding cows in. I'm ready to start getting some milk produced and all that. We also need to get some sheep, which means I need to get some grass brought in from another map, because get the grass in to get the sheep in, and then look at the other animals we're able to bring in here. Let's go. I need to get out of that menu. We're going to go this way. I come over here, get this back to cleaning up again. So we need that pile to go away so that I can get it mowed, get the area put together, so that we can get the belt into more of a permanent spot. Then there's a semi. We'll take this guy over there real quick and see if I'm able to get up to that to get it loaded with silage. Or if I do have to reposition the belt and everything. It all has to get mowed out. That is something that's going to need to be worked on. Okay, for cow barn, I'll take this much silage here. I think it's just right in here with it. Let's see how much of this it'll take. And then let's take the rest over and see if the barn, if that barn right there will hold it. We can put it in there. And this will be our animal feed storage barn. I'm not gonna move it all right now. Just enough to get it out of the way there. So yeah, once this pile's gone, I'm gonna run the mower over it. Put a little bit more of a different type of pad down. Now I'll need to get a tanker truck for the digester. And digester pretty much is just going to get sold right off. Maybe I'll take it to use for fertilizer, but we'd have to get it somewhere closer to transporting it from there to the fields faster. Probably taking a silo over there to put it in. Because if we can get it in the silo closer to where the fields are at, because the fields are all going to be in one area. They're not going to be spread out all over the place as of right now. There might be a couple fields on this side. Maybe a grass field keep for the sheep. She might do that. But we gotta get that other one done before I can start a field over here. But yeah, that's what we'll do over here is we'll just take and put a grass field in to mow up for the sheep so that they can have grass. Let's pull up the map here real quick. So yeah, if we cut out a grass field to put in right over here, that will be for the sheep, and I'm pretty sure the cows can use grass too. Yeah, the cows can have grass too, but for now, like I said, this barn here is going to keep the animal products in it. So that's about the only other thing I have going on right now is just that field getting done. We can go over and check out. Let's go over here. Zoom out. There it is. We've got the pulp plant, and that is going to because it went right down in there. That was the first thing to mess up the ground a whole lot. Because when I leveled it, apparently I didn't level it enough. So you got to get that leveled down so that trucks can get in and out of the loading point right there. And then it did the same thing as I was working on just a little bit. It messed up the ground, even though I went in and did some leveling on it first. It still messed it up. Got some fixing to do for this didn't get messed up as bad, but I think back here behind, I can't level that down because those trees are there, so I have to get these trees cut down so I just want to have more space for the trucks to get in and out of the loading zone. And then, of course, if we come back over here, we still have the construction going on. Where gotta get some wood beams, some planks, cement bags. Cement bags are what's the hardest part to come up with, because none of my plants that I've put cement into yet, or rocks into yet, have put out any product. So I'm waiting on product to come out of those. And so far, I have not gotten any rock off of any of the maps that I've cleaned up here, so I haven't been able to get a plant started for that on here. So that's something I need to work on. What do we got sitting over here? Oh, there's a planter right here. I'll have to bring a tractor over and hook that up, see what it can do. Let's find one. What this guy will do. May not be powerful enough to run that one, but we'll get it over there and see what, at least what it can plant. But as I'm heading over there, we're going to go ahead and call it a day. As I do have to get ready to go to work. Fun. So I thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, give it a thumbs up. If you'd like to support the channel, You can subscribe to the channel, subscribe, follow along, get all the notifications. As you can see, I did change up my page or my end screen here a little bit. So, should be showing the chicken cam again. I don't know why. There it is. I upgraded the graphic for Farm Your Yard. Give it a little bit of. The other one was okay, but I wasn't a fan of it a whole lot. So we changed that graphic a little bit, and we added the chicken cam, so you guys can see the chickens one last time before they end the stream. Because everybody likes watching chickens. But with that, we'll see you guys later. Have a good day. Go out, farm your yard. Bye, y'all.